Welcome to the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, episode 20. I am one half of your host, Chris Old School Picker. Along beside me, not Batman, Caleb, the old bass. We are just two old guys reselling on platforms like eBay and whatnot in sheds in our backyards. Introduce yourself, Bruce Wayne.
I am Batman.
You're not Batman, and I ain't Robin.
You're not Robin. You say it right there on your name.
Not Robin. Can we give our viewers at home who have absolutely no idea what we're talking about a little context to that?
Yeah. So I can't remember how it came about, but we was in Scott's Trading Post Pickers whatnot the other night, and somebody said something about Batman and how short Robin was, and I said, so Chris is kind of Robin. I said, I'll be Batman, So there you go. I am Batman, and you're.
And Chris was in the chat and seen it.
Yeah, Chris was there.
Yeah, old Batman stuck his batarang in his mouth there.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So yeah, I'm not Robin, but Caleb's not Batman. Although I've not seen Caleb and Batman in the same place.
Hey, there you go.
You never know.
That's right.
I'm shaped more like the Penguin. I got to thinking about that. I'm kind of short and fat, like Danny DeVito of the Penguin.
I'm kind of maybe like a Batman when he's 70 build.
Yeah.
You're
what's the old Batman from the TV series? What was his name?
Adam West.
Adam West. Yeah. You're the Adam West.
I'll be the Adam West. He's kind of chubby and yeah.
I think he's actually dead.
Yeah, that's that. Hey, speaking of dead,
man, it was a tough week.
Oh, Bob Barker, dude. Terry Funk, Bob Barker, Bray Wyatt, all of them.
It was a bad week for
what
death.
A week.
Bob
Barker. Oh my God.
Bob Barker. He died right before he turned 100, just like Betty White.
I know.
I think Betty White was like 17 days away from turning 100. How you gonna make it 99 years and not make it 17 more days?
I know. He was right up there with Betty White, iconic. You know it. He was the man.
To me, he was way past her.
Well, yeah.
To me
too. He was my favorite. I mean, I'll say he was my favorite game show host. Alex Trebek, number 2. But
yeah,
and it'd be a close second. But yeah,
no.
For me, I liked Alex Trebek though.
I like Trebek. Don't get me wrong. I like Trebek.
But Bob Barker's such a smart Alex.
Did you ever skip school to watch Alex Trebek?
No, but I did to watch Bob Barker.
I did Barker for sure, man. Man, there wasn't nothing like being sick at home when you're 12 years old, watching Price is Right, eating some chicken noodle soup.
Yeah,
man, every kid in the U.S. done that.
Yep. Oh, I know.
So, yeah.
It was awesome. Great. We still watch it on TV, the old ones.
Well, we do too. Yeah, we was watching it the other day, actually.
Yeah,
and,
my kids love it still.
I mean, he's half the reason I like the movie Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Oh,
the price is wrong, Bob.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, man. Bob Barker. I've been pretty tore up. I was pretty tore up about Terry Funk dying too.
Oh, Terry Funk was a legend
wrestler, and then what? 2 days later, Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm. I don't know much about
current wrestler.
I didn't know much about Bray Wyatt. I knew that he was
well, you know his dad.
Son. Yeah. IRS. Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up watching his dad, and when I heard that was his son, I'm like, he don't look nothing like him,
Yeah, and he was he was young. He was like 40, I think. 39.
36, 40. It's what it says.
36. Oh,
36, man. That's young.
Yeah.
Well, younger enough.
I got to Google that. I don't think you're right.
That's what I read. I don't know. I didn't. That's what one headline said. 36 years old. He had a heart attack in his sleep.
Oh, you're right. 36. I thought he was older.
And he was supposed to be on not a ventilator, but a something to help him with his regulate his breathing and stuff. And because he had COVID or something, he had some sort of sickness. And I was like, oh, wow. But yeah, that was crazy. Crazy week.
Yeah.
The one that hurt me the most was Bob Barker and then Terry Funk. Because Bray Wyatt, I've seen of him and heard of him, but I wasn't really fully aware of him.
Well, he was still kind of young in the wrestling world. I mean, he was big. He was
oh man,
WWE guy. I mean, he was big. He had a really cool gimmick and was really getting pushed over the last 4 or 5 years, but he wasn't as iconic as Barker for sure, and probably not Terry Funk. Terry Funk, man, was an icon to me.
Terry Funk was
anybody that's Mick Foley's hero.
Yeah, it's got to be good.
Well, that and Craig.
You ever seen some of the death matches they had in Japan?
Yeah. Ooh, boy, I used to be into all that.
Them guys was crazy.
Nothing like watching wrestlers wrestle with the ring ropes being barbed wire instead of ring ropes.
And exploding pallets and and burning tables and hey, this is fake. Well, is that fire fake? Because
we should do that. I think we should do that for an intro of one of our videos.
I'll throw you into an exploding barbed wire cage. How's that?
No. I'm not getting exploded or caught on fire.
Do it for the fans.
I don't really want to bleed.
Yeah, me neither.
I could jump off the top of your shed onto you on the table though.
Okay, well, that sounds fun.
We could get a mattress and put under the table, break or fall.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I have done stuff like that. Me and my best friends, one of my best friends growing up, I built a ring in my backyard out of small playground tubes,
Really?
Swing set posts.
So you had a little backyard wrestling going on.
Backyard wrestling. Made the ropes, had a trampoline. We done all kinds of crazy stuff. But my best friends, 2 of them was at the house one night, and one of them he's a big burly boy and weighed like 225 and stout. The other one was about 200, but he was stout too, but the other one was real stout. And he said, "Let me power bomb you." And so my other friend's like, "No, I'm not doing that." He said, "I'll let you down easy." And you know how this goes.
Right.
He gets him up. He's got him all the way up above his head. And he takes his hands and puts them on his back, like, to cradle him, for those that can't see this. And he starts letting him down. Well, when he gets about 3 feet away, he drops him. Pow. And my buddy goes,
yeah, knocks the breath out of him.
It's gone. He lays there for about 30 seconds like, oh.
So
good.
I got a question. Is this a wrestling podcast or reselling?
It's turning into a wrestling podcast more and more.
We don't care about reselling. We're wrestlers.
I resell wrestling stuff. Does that count?
I do. I've not in a while, actually, though. But I've got a bunch of it up here on my shelf. But
I've got a Macho Man up there. You can't see him.
It's not. My stuff's not listed though. Yours
on that shelf up there. None of that's listed.
Speaking of wrestling stuff to resell, Darren, I know you've seen it. I think you found it on the 127 sale. One of those Macho Man beef jerky holders.
He found 2.
He found 2 of them. I didn't know that.
Another one the other day. We are talking about Rocky Top Picker Ben.
Yeah. / Cool Cat.
Another one. Yes, he found another one that was even more valuable, like $700 or something.
I've never seen one.
I've seen them in the stores, but I've never found one.
When were they out in stores?
Most of them was back in the 90s, but the one he found the other day was like a special release from 2021. But you can't go find those things anywhere. That's just a one.
If you go back in these back country roads to these old gas stations, that ain't getting a lot of traffic, you might find one.
You might give them a 20 and just take off with it.
Or if it's worth 700, I'll give them 100.
I'd give them 50, 100, 200, maybe.
But yeah, they are my mind went blank. What are they? Slim Jim Macho Man holders. Yeah, snap into a Slim Jim.
Dig it. Oh yeah.
There's my thumbnail off early. 9:20.
Oh yeah. Man. But let me ask you this before we depart this wrestling talk.
Okay.
Terry Funk.
I tried to turn it into reselling.
I know. I'm sorry. Terry Funk. He has to be the number 1 guy on your Mount Rushmore of hardcore wrestlers. Has to be.
Yeah. Him or Foley.
Him and Foley, 1 and 2. And after that, take your pick, really. But
who do you put ahead? Do you put the student or the teacher because
I put Terry Funk.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to because Foley says he was his hero and everything he did hardcore-wise was he learned it from him.
I do it like this: Mick Foley, or Terry Funk, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. If you,
same person.
You can go back and watch some of his stuff. They wasn't hardcore, but Stan Hansen was an absolute beast. He would beat the crap out of people. I don't care what you say about wrestling. That guy was beating people to death.
Speaking of Mount Rushmore, who's your Mount Rushmore of YouTubers?
You and me.
Yeah. Okay.
You and me and probably Ken Bill.
You, me, Ken Bill, and Rocky Top Picker.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't really have that. I don't watch that many. Maybe Lucky 7. They're pretty awesome too.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome.
Baby Gracie, she's cool.
Yeah, let's just put Baby Gracie and Nathaniel and Ashley as
the other me and them three. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Speaking of YouTube channels,
yeah,
how many viewers you up to? Subscribers you up to?
When I checked a while ago, it was 59.
You might be getting a few more.
Why is that?
Might have a special shout out coming out.
Oh man, you didn't. Oh my goodness.
It will probably be on at the time of you guys listening to this, it will probably be on Wednesday's video. So yesterday for you guys listening.
Good grief.
So get ready to get that camera out, buddy.
I don't even have a camera yet.
You got a cell phone.
Yeah, I do have that.
Speaking of cameras, you bought one this weekend.
I did. Oh yeah, let me show you this thing.
Can you film a YouTube video with that thing?
No, you cannot. But look how cool. This is a Canon 35 millimeter Q8200. This has got to be the coolest 35 millimeter camera ever made.
Sold one like that. It's got that glass eye in it, don't it? Like a marble in it.
Yes. Right
yeah,
there.
I think I have sold that camera before.
I like it. I wanted to keep it. And I thought when I found it, man, that thing's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $50 used, but this one still has the plastic, and I'm telling you, it's perfect.
Yeah,
it may be $20. So I didn't do maybe 15. I don't know. I paid up a little bit, but I really thought I'd done good.
Right.
I'll make money. I'm thinking I can probably sell it for 80 to 100 in the condition because it's got a bag, it's got some accessories. But no, I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
This is an interesting question. Never asked you this, I don't think.
Gosh.
And I didn't think about it until you said that. What's the limit on spending when you pull out that phone and look something up?
The limit?
Yeah. Like you said that, you thought you'd done good. You paid $15 for it. You thought you'd done good. It's 50, not bad. But
I don't like to go over 20% of the item's value. So if I know that's $100 camera, $20 is about,
But what I'm saying is, you don't know that camera is $100 camera until you look it up. How much money do you have to spend before you're pulling your phone out and looking it up? Because if it's $5 and I think it's worth some $20, I'm not pulling my phone out to look it up.
No, I wouldn't either. But if it was like $30, $40, 40, $50, something like that. Unless, the thing is, when you resell so long, you get this instinct and you know a lot. So you kind of know what to look for. But yeah, if I don't know something and it's kind of expensive, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. Well, and it depends on the situation too. You kind of got to read the person. If it's not going to, if they're like, I don't care, I'm getting rid of this junk.
Yep.
I might not, I might look something up before I spend $10. But if I think the prices get going higher, if they know I'm reselling it, then I'm probably not looking anything up, to be honest, and just going with the gut.
Yeah. And you kind of, you learn like if you walk up on tailor-made.
Yeah, I mean, stuff you know for sure. You don't have to look it up.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like that camera. You really had no idea what it was worth.
My mental thought was, because I've gotten good at picking out cameras like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you pick up some and well, that's not really great. Then you pick up some and you're like, well, that one could be decent. I've gotten pretty good at picking them out. So my thought was, that's probably $100 to $150 camera. Well, I'm not far off. If it was in the shape it's in, it's probably $100 camera. I just was hoping it would be a $150 camera.
Okay. How much, if you, let's say you thought that camera was $100, $150. What price would she have had to put on it before you said, hold up, let me look that up before I buy it?
I wouldn't have went over probably like $35.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in there.
Yeah. Once you get $35, I'm probably going to try to look something up. Actually.
Yeah. Because if you do that a few times, it don't take long to have a bad day. You know, if you've done it 5 times, I've done that several times.
Yeah. I've done that several times. The difference between me and you is I put it on video.
Hey, y'all don't know what I've done wrong. That's right.
Oh my goodness. Sub count's growing.
Apparently. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about our sub count.
Sub count, yes.
Yes, it is. We are up to 715.
Woo!
We're getting closer all the time.
Yeah, closer all the time. 285 more people need to come and sub to us on YouTube if you have not already. We need some help over there. We're at 715. We need 285 more people. But
we did hit. Oh, you're about to tell it, ain't you?
Oh, well, go ahead. Go ahead, Batman.
You're good. You're good. Robin, not Robin. You can do it.
No, go ahead, Batman. Where are we at with ours?
You sure? You sure?
I'm sure. Or Clark Kent. Or
Clark Kent. Okay. What was Robin's name? I forget now.
Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson. That's right. Yeah. Tell how much TV I watch nowadays. No, we have broke 4,000 watch hours. So we are eligible on the watch hours to be monetized. Now we just need you guys.
285 of you.
Tell your kids that don't like reselling to come sub to our channel.
And once here's the big news, guys. Once we get 1,000 subscribers,
no, I don't want to hear this.
We can be making $3 and $4 per video.
Hey, we're gonna get rich.
So we're gonna be rich after we get 285 more subs.
Yep. $20 a month sounds $12 a month sounds pretty.
Let's call it
exciting. 20. Yeah, 20 sounds better.
Call it 20.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, we're getting. Let's see here. I've not even looked. Let's see how many. Okay, the last 7 days, which I think that's a week, right? We had the last 7 days we've had 488 views.
Mm-hmm.
So in YouTube world, that's about $5 to $7, guys.
Hey, that'll feed me.
So
feed me one meal.
I think I can buy a nugget meal for $7 at the old McDonald's. But now that's $7 together, so we have to split it.
I don't know how we got to eat. I was going to eat. I don't know how you're going to eat. Remember, I am Batman. You're not Robin. So,
so yeah, we could have made $7 last week if we'd been monetized.
Well, I guess I'll have to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Since you lost your debit card there, Robin, I'll have to give it to you.
Yes, interesting week last week. I go to the old ATM machine the other day, pulled out the old wallet to get some money out, and something's missing. So what do you think my immediate response was?
I know what mine would be. Oh gosh, what have I done? Where's it at? Like,
yeah, okay.
What did I do?
After that, what would you have done?
Called the bank.
Cancel
the card or put it on
pause.
Pause.
At the bank. I was at the bank.
Man.
Because I was at the ATM. I went to my ATM because I'm not paying that fee that they charge you if you don't use your bank.
Yeah,
so I was at the bank. I'm in the drive-through ATM machine, pull my wallet out, no debit card.
Oh.
So the first thing I do is pull up, out of the way. And I call my wife and ask her where it's at. She don't have a clue because, that's my eBay account. She don't even have a debit card for that. She's never used my debit card. She's like, I don't know where your debit card is. Why would I have it? I don't use it. That's your eBay account or your reselling account, business account, whatever you want to call it. And so, yeah, I just parked, went inside and said, hey, I'm stupid. I need a new debit card because I just lost mine. She's like, did you lose it or was it stolen? I said, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't have it. I'm pretty sure it wasn't stolen. I don't remember being pickpocketed, but it's possible. But
possible.
Well, here's the thing. Of course, I go on my online account and on my phone, check, make sure, no weird purchases or anything like that. And I didn't see anything. But the last time I had used it was the week before at the ATM machine. So my guess is I left it inside the ATM machine.
Did they not have it?
They didn't say they had it.
Well,
it's I don't know that that's where I lost it, but that's the last time it was used.
Well,
so
could it be? Does yours have the one that you have to put it in and it keeps it till you're done? Yeah, mine too. So that's easy to do.
Yep. Well, since I've been using that bank, I have found 2 debit cards in that machine.
Really?
So I know it happens. Of course,
it does.
Well, I just drive around and take it to the drive-thru and hand it to them, and but apparently somebody didn't do that for me. But it hadn't been used, so I canceled it. And I wasn't in there for 30 minutes, and they had me a new one printed. But of course, then you got to come home and all these reoccurring payments that you're paying with that debit card.
I had to do that,
which wasn't a ton because it's my business card.
Yeah.
But there was 5 or 6 places. Guess what? The first place was that I wanted to change that freaked me out. My storage unit. I've got a $20,000 of inventory sitting in that storage unit.
Yeah, you better change that.
I was like, I don't want to be on the storage. What's that show?
Storage Wars or whatever.
Storage Wars. I don't want my unit to be on the next episode of Storage Wars. So I called and got that changed, and the what
been out there buying your storage unit.
Oh yeah.
You're like, Chris, guess what I bought? You want to buy
it? Had a bunch of baseball bats in it and up stuff.
I'll make you a good deal.
It was good. Bunch of stuff I seen you pick up on the 127 sale. Had about 400 hats in it.
Oh my goodness.
I got it for $20. Was
it? $20.
I've got like 40 of those tubs in there.
Oh man, that would be wild. That would be wild.
Have you ever bought a storage unit?
I haven't. My brother-in-law, who also eBays, has bought 2 or 3, 1, 2, I think 3. And I've helped him clean those out a little bit. And I think he's still using, I think he kept 2. One his girlfriend uses and one he keeps all his inventory in. And then he does his packing and stuff out of the bedroom of his house. Shout out Paco's Trading Post.
Yeah, I got to speak to our viewers leave it in the comments if you want to see me and Caleb buy a storage unit.
Oh,
no, you're not into that, man. We've got plenty of storage at this point.
Tanya has talked about it before, but we'd have to be very sure, not sure, but very, very.
I've
up and thought about.
Back in the day, I cleaned out a bunch, and you'd be surprised.
You talk about all this storage we have, right?
Well, I was counting your second shed.
Well, I was just about to say I've got to get up there and clean it up because.
It ain't coming here.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know where it's going.
It's going in your second shed.
Not right now.
Have you been filling it up?
Well, a piano kind of ruins a dining room. So there's a table. There's stuff that was in my trailer, a couple of couches, chairs, rocking chairs. I've just got to get up there and put some stuff in the loft and move some stuff around. And then I'll have my middle. I've got like 10 or 12 or something totes of eBay up there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I got more racks, but I've got so much stuff that I've just kind of left off fixing on it.
Yeah.
It's been sitting for a couple weeks, not touched. So, yeah,
Well,
there's an update on how awesome I'm being with that shit.
I've kind of put myself on a bind. I need to take my camera to the storage unit and film, because the last time it had very, very little in it. Now, and it's probably been a couple of months since I've showed it on camera, it's full.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's crazy how much junk I got in there, man.
Are you going to have to buy another one?
No, I'm not doing that. If it don't fit in this shop or that storage unit, yeah, I'm done. No, I'm done.
Done.
I mean, I've got room, but I'm gonna have to take a ladder with me to stack tubs higher. So
about 3 high is what they're at right now.
Yeah, about 3 high. I hear you.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be mean to you.
Oh, that's horrible, guys. Leave it in the comments how mean Caleb is to me. I'm not going. The problem is, man, I've give you so much grief over the first 19 episodes. I'm not going to get any simple.
Yeah, I don't.
But I feel like you're giving it back to me more here lately.
I'm trying. I'm trying to be kind of conscientious of my attacks. You know?
I can hear Tanya. Why you let him be so mean to you?
And she's like, do it again. Do it again. Kick him harder. Do it again.
Tanya's going to want me for talking like that.
No, she's happy for you.
So what episode do we have to get to before Tanya comes on?
7 million, probably.
7 million.
You thought it was bad with the
we
other
better
guy.
start doing more than one a week then.
If I have to do about 25 a week for the next 10 years.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then maybe, no, she'll probably, honestly, if she came on here, it would be an awesome show. Her and Shannon should come on. But
I agree. Shannon will.
Yeah, Tanya, probably never. She's too shy.
All right, there's you something else to leave in the comments.
Yeah. Encourage somebody that's
Tanya
never going to do it, probably
come
to
on.
come on here.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go, Tanya. Let's go, Tanya.
Let's
That's
go,
what I want
Tanya.
to say. Okay, now that we're 27 minutes in, can we get to our topics?
Yeah, let's do a shout out. Here's Mr. Ken Bill, SSK promo.
Shout out.
Mr. Bill, El Luchador. Go check him out on eBay and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and everywhere else that guy is. He's all over the place, but awesome, awesome, awesome dude.
I'll tell you where he's not.
Where's that?
Reseller Clickbait Podcast.
Oh, you just had to, didn't you?
Well, he's not.
He's not.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to do all that. Now, come on, be nice.
I am nice. I miss him. I miss him.
I miss him. Yeah, my Monday morning ritual was turning into coming out here packing and turning on Ken and Jimmy and listening to them guys. Because
did you? Oh, instead of Old School Picker, I see. Did you see what I
do all the time? I mean, you know,
I bet you get tired of listening to me
no.
after being on here with me. Did you see what I wrote on Trash to Cash podcast, their last episode?
I don't know. What did you write? Now I'm a little worried. What did you write on Trash?
I said with all these podcasts, because you know, with them quitting and then Rocky Top Picker quitting the
those flipping pickers.
I can never remember that. Those flipping pickers, he quit that. I wrote on Trash to Cash. I said, well, maybe with all these podcasts dropping off, 2 old guys might finally get a shout out.
But those flipping pickers ain't going nowhere.
But I didn't know that. I thought they were. I thought they were done.
No, they're sticking it out. Well, that's what Scott said. They're going to hang out and
Scott and Darby. I wonder if Rocky Top Picker will come over here. Maybe he can be the new Batman.
Yeah, he's too cool to be Batman. He has.
Well, I'm talking about replacing me, actually.
Oh, you quitting? Are you quitting? You can't take one little tease session.
No, I'm done. You made me mad. You hurt my feelings. I'm out of here. I'm gone.
Don't get short with me, buddy. Okay? Don't get short with me.
Don't get short with me. I hear you. I hear you.
You left for all of 2 seconds, and you couldn't stand to get away from me that long.
This is pretty much my favorite hour and a half a week on YouTube, to be honest with you.
Oh, really? Mine too.
Well, it's my only time I'm on YouTube for an hour and a half.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah. Me too.
I have been cutting my videos down on Old School Picker to 2 videos a week.
Is that hurting or helping?
Oh, it's definitely hurting.
Oh, it hurts.
Well, yeah, it hurts. I mean, that's one less video you got making money on. Is that what you're talking about? Money?
Well, I meant like views. Has it affected your viewers or subscribers?
Well, I mean, I get subscribers, and no, not really. I'm still picking up subscribers, but all my videos usually get 1,500, 2,000 views. So that's 1,500, 2,000 views less I'm getting a week. So you add that up, that's about 8,000 less views a week or a month. Excuse me.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah. But I've just not had time. So I've been kind of combining some of my footage into just 2 videos.
Mm-hmm. I get you. I hear you.
How does life just stay so busy all the time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But every time I turn around, it's like you think you're making headway on something. And, oh, by the way, there's 5 more things now added to the list.
Well, so I ask Shannon all the time. I'm like, when did I ever have time to work?
I wonder that same thing all the time. Like, how did I hope? And I didn't work 40 hours. I was working.
That was 60 hours every week for me.
60 to 70 was my normal. And I worked, this is what I normally did. Either 5 to 3 or 6 to 4 was my hours. Every day, almost. And then Saturdays, a lot of Saturdays I would work. Never worked Sunday, but, I'm pastoring. So it's kind of like a full week circle, Yeah. And
I think about it often.
You think if you drop just say 60 hours a week or just say 40 hours a week, you drop that off your schedule, man, you got all this time. Like, no, you don't. It found its way into other parts of life. And I don't know, even if you budget your time, schedule it out and stuff, it's still hard to do everything.
Well, yeah. I know where some of my time goes.
You sleep till like 2 o'clock in the evening.
Well, naps. I took a nap today.
You get up at 2, you work for a few hours, take a nap at 5.
I don't get up at 2.
Go to bed at midnight. So,
no, I used to do all that, but no. I never slept till 2, no.
Robin don't need naps, though.
No.
There you go.
I sleep with my eyes open anyway. So
I sleep upside down because I am Batman.
Tanya hangs him from the closet.
You ain't far from the truth right there. She wouldn't mind.
No, I usually get up 8:30 at the latest usually. And we go to bed at usually 10, and we'll go in there and watch TV for a little while. And usually we're asleep by 11.
That sounds similar to me.
But
now,
yeah, I mean, I don't know where my time goes.
I try to get up, and I don't do this very well, but I try to be up. Tanya goes to work. She works part-time. She leaves here at like 7:45. So I try to be up when she's leaving. Some days I'm up just a little after she's leaving. But I try to start when she's starting. That's kind of my...
Tanya, don't leave your house until you kick Caleb out of bed.
She should.
She should. I agree.
Kick me plumb out, and I'd probably wrap up in my CPAP and choke to death on the side of the bed. That's probably what happened. And never know what happened because I wouldn't wake up.
Right. No, I don't know where my time goes. I mean, today.
I hear you.
Today I didn't get out here to the shop until I want to say 9:30 or 10. And I did list like 20 items today, which ain't much, but I was done like 1 o'clock or something. Went in with the intentions of sitting down and editing some video, and went in. Shannon was sitting in there watching TV. I got me a little something for lunch, sat down, nice and cool. Next thing I know, I was out.
Out is gone. That's what happens when you hit,
Yeah, when you get a certain age.
You're way past midlife, so, it's time to start taking senior naps.
Yes. I've
Chris,
been doing that a lot here lately.
here's you another idea for a screenshot.
Every Sunday. Every Sunday. You can once I get home from church and I eat lunch, you can forget it on Sundays. 2 o'clock.
I wish I could take a nap like that. I can't.
Forget it. At 2 o'clock on Sundays, I'm out.
I just can't. I just don't. I mean, I have, but it's not a common thing.
Yeah, but you have church on Sunday nights, so you have you have priorities and stuff like that to think about on Sunday nights.
There. Yeah,
I have nothing on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
So besides whatnot auctions, I need to be doing another whatnot auction.
Do it later, and I'll come help. But you have to do it about about 8 o'clock or something. I don't know. On
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of when I'm gonna because I
will show up as Pastor Norris in my tie. And that'd be. I mean, I just have to come straight down there because it won't be run home.
I've been thinking because something big's happening this weekend.
Oh, what's that?
What's happening Saturday?
It's football time in Tennessee, baby.
Time in Tennessee, guys. Football time in Tennessee.
Go Big Orange if you didn't know.
College football started last weekend, but let's be honest, it officially starts this weekend because that's when the SEC starts.
That's right.
And all these other conferences,
they don't matter.
That's like minor league baseball.
It is.
I'm sorry, but the SEC dominates. I don't care what anybody says.
It's been going on for 25 years or more.
Yeah,
I mean,
40.
Longer. Yeah, it's. I mean, they've been smoking.
But Tennessee plays this Saturday, so yeah, I know where I'll be doing 11 o'clock Saturday.
Go Big Orange, baby.
So hopefully big things are coming for Tennessee this year. But Sundays, I think this is the last Sunday without NFL football.
When is the season opener? I don't even know.
I think it's a week from Sunday.
Is it a week?
I think it actually starts next Thursday.
Yeah, I think they do a kickoff on a Thursday night game.
Yeah, so I got to think of another night to do whatnot on because
it's Sunday night football.
Know me. Well, I'm involved in some fantasy football leagues, and so of course I'm a Falcons fan. I love the Falcons.
Sorry, guys.
That helmet back there.
Sorry, guys.
But
Falcons.
So I love to watch Falcons, but being in fantasy football leagues, I like to watch all the games, because I've got players in all of them. And I've been playing in I've been playing in a league for 10 years, the same league, 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 16 teams in it. I mean, it's a pretty big deal.
Wow.
16 teams. And last year or year before, 2 years ago, we started the Dynasty League, which means you keep the same players every year. So you're trying to you're trying to build
a team. I've never heard of one like that.
It's interesting, man.
What happened when they retired?
I'm big into fantasy football, and I'm big into watching the NFL. So now that presents a dilemma about my whatnot auctions on Sunday night.
Yeah, it does. That's interesting. I used to do the fantasy football thing at work.
Oh man, we love it.
We should totally start one of those.
Well, RIN started one. They actually done the draft live last night, and I got invited to it. And I was like, man, I'm already in 2 leagues, so I can't do one.
Okay, well, it may be too late this year.
Yeah,
but everybody needs to go down in the comments and tell us whether or not they would be interested, and we just have to do like a drawing or something. If there was like 50 people that said they wanted to. I didn't ask Chris if he wanted to do this, by the way. I'm just volunteering him for another.
Well, I mean, I told Tim over at the RIN that I couldn't do one because I was already involved in 2.
You can't tell me no.
Well,
because I am Batman.
Well, you're holding my money over my head.
That's right. All 12. No, I think it's over 13 now.
Whoa.
All
$13, guys.
If you want them
shout out to all our Spotify listeners.
Yes, sir.
We don't talk about you guys enough. But shout out to you guys because you're the only people that's paid us any money to listen to us. And
it's actually all audio platforms, but the pay comes through Spotify's platform deal. But most of it, I mean, to be honest, not to make the other ones mad, but most of it is Spotify and Apple. Those two.
So thanks, guys. $13.
Yes,
that's almost $1 an episode.
It's getting close. Man, I just don't know. I mean, I'm going to be able to buy.
Well, $13, we could almost afford me and you both to eat. If you don't eat a lot.
If you would settle for $1 something.
Does McDonald's still have the dollar menu, or is that gone?
They have a value menu.
Okay.
So you get
Let me pick out 3 things on that.
That'd be like $10 right there.
On the value meal? A small fry, a 4-piece nugget, and a Coke?
A small fry would be like $1.50. A 4-piece nugget, I'm sure, would be like $2.50, and a drink's $1. So you're talking
that's $5.
Yeah.
That leaves you 8 something.
That's not enough. I got to get a 20-piece nugget, a large
just give me 5 of your 20-piece nuggets.
A basket of fries, and a Big Mac. So, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I lost my debit card this weekend.
No food for you.
That was horrible, by the way.
We already talked about that.
I know, but I was hoping for a little bit of sympathy because you didn't give me none.
None. Are you kidding? You want to go 19 episodes harassing me, and then you ask for sympathy?
Yes. Went on a private pick today.
Good for you.
Not the same guy that I had my first 2 private picks. I got to call him back, by the way.
Yeah, do that.
But right before we went live, about 30 minutes before we went live, or before you got in here, I'm always waiting on Kayla.
Oh, is that when you went? No, I was in here. Well, I guess technically you was in here first.
I was in here. I had went
back
in the house.
In here when I got in here, but you was here. You was
my camera was on.
Yeah, so I guess technically
I set up the stream.
You technically win that
20 episodes in a row. I've been here before you.
I don't know if I can argue that or not. I'll not try. So
no. Don't make me get Tanya in the comments talking about how you're late for church and you're the pastor.
I'm not late. I just showed
That's not what she said.
We show up on time. So I'm not early. I'm Baptist on time. Okay. That means you're there at 10 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the evening. You're just not there. Like growing up, we was at church 30 minutes early. That's just the way it was. So I guess I'm catching up on some of that early by getting late now. But I mean, I'll admit, it's not a good look for the pastor to be the last one there. Okay. But I'm not the last one there, but you know.
You want to hear about my private pick?
I don't know. Is it going to relate to more harassment? Or?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So, actually, I don't know if you call it a private pick. It's a Facebook Marketplace deal. The wife, shout out to the wife, Shannon. She found it.
Wife's great.
Well, she seen it on Facebook and she showed it to me. And I was like, I don't know. Let me look. So I looked it up on my phone. And I listen, there's so many scams on Facebook.
It's turned into a scam.
I don't trust none of it anymore. So I look at the guy's profile, his personal profile that's got this stuff for sale, and he has 8 friends.
Well, that's promising.
It's like, who has 8 friends? Right? That sounds like
I don't have 8 friends. In real life or on Facebook? Because on Facebook I got nearly 500, but here in real life, you and
on YouTube, yeah, 8 would be a lot for me. Yeah. Besides my viewers, you guys are my friends. Yeah. But I was like, oh yeah, this dude's a total scam. But curiosity was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and message him just to see how long it takes him to ask for my debit. I was gonna give him my old debit card number.
That would have done him good.
Oh yeah, but card's canceled, by the way. But anyways.
It's good.
It turns out to not be a scam. I said, first question I asked was, where do you live? Because I'm like, I'm not traveling 3 hours for this junk. Okay. So, it's 5 minutes from my house. I was like,
oh, sweet.
Oh, I'll be there in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So it was $50 for brand new in the package CB, not CBs, but CB accessories.
Still in the package.
What? Tell us again what CB stands for.
Consumer brand. Citizens band.
Citizens band.
And I knew it. I knew that. I don't know.
But it's new in package now. It is. What would you call it? It's not It's
New old stock.
unbranded stuff. It's unbranded stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of flea markety type stuff. But it was 175 pieces for $50. And it's only 14 SKUs, 14 separate items.
You gotta love that.
So multi-quantity type stuff. But there's CB. Well, they was probably the best thing in it was the CB mics.
Some of them are really good.
Unbranded CB mics, probably $20 each.
But how many did you get?
15.
Oh man, gold.
There was 14 12-volt power outlets, like you stick it in your cigarette lighter, and then you plug your CB into that. There was 14 of those. Let's say $10 each on those.
Yeah, that sounds like a whatnot item to me.
I may do some on whatnot. They was you see the mirror mounts, they call them. Where the people mount the antennas to their mirrors. There's 24 of those. Oh,
nice. How much are they?
I don't know. I'm assuming $10. I've not really looked any of this up.
But still,
mic hooks where the truckers hang their mics up. There was 37 of those.
Oh man, the listing is worth buying all that. I mean,
that's what I thought.
Yes,
and then there was 2 CB antennas. I wish there'd been more of those, but only 2 of those. 12-volt extension outlets, 12-volt power cords, antenna springs, just all kinds of stuff. Wow. All brand new in the package. 175 items, 14 different SKUs for $50.
So,
man,
my math ain't great anymore, but that is
29 cents a piece.
The profit potential could be outrageous on
if
that.
I average $10, it's $17.50.
Yeah, for a $50 investment.
So,
this stuff is sales and you're out of it,
Yeah, I sell 2 of the, let's say 3 of those mics,
and you're good.
I'm profit. So
that
it took up. What I did was kept one of everything. I literally just got home right before we went live.
For your picture.
I kept one of everything, and then I went ahead and put everything else in the shop here and put the SKUs, and it filled up 2 tubs. Man, 2 of the black tubs back there with the yellow lids.
You can't.
So all of it filled up 2 tubs, and I'll be selling this stuff when I'm 97.
You want to double your money?
Huh?
You want to double your money?
I'll quadruple my money.
No, right now, double your money.
Right now too. $200 and it's yours.
No, I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. I'd have to get my phone out and price a few things.
Well, like I said, let's say $5 each. Let's say the stuff averages $5 each.
I wouldn't do that to you. I want you to make the money.
Oh, I would let you do that to me. Matter of fact, I'll sell you a whole storage unit.
Oh, would you?
I would.
All right. $100 sight unseen.
No, I didn't say I'd give it to you. I said I'd sell it to you.
I'll pay the bill this month.
It is funny though, because when I put stuff in my storage unit, I kind of stage it in there a little bit. That way, if something if I croak over and die, which hey, that's possible, and they auction off my storage unit because Shannon's like, I don't want that junk. That thing is going to go $5,000 for that thing. Somebody's going to bid. Because when you open that door, man, it looks good.
Hats are lined up on the front. And he's like, yeah, there's $1,000 worth of hats sitting there.
Yeah. But yeah,
crazy.
I think that's going to be. It's 28 cents a piece. How can I go wrong with that deal?
I don't think you can.
If I have to, I'll take the stuff to the flea market. I think that's what he had been doing, and I think he was just over it at this point.
Just like what you just told me, quadrupling your money, there's about 1,000 YouTubers out there you could contact right now. Well, YouTubers, eBayers, and tell them that deal, and you'd have it sold in an hour.
Yeah, probably.
You can't go wrong.
No, I don't think so.
Absolutely no way.
He didn't have it. He had one of everything laid out on a tarp and had a picture took, and he said, I have multi-quantity of this stuff. Now, he did say there was probably 250 to 300 items. I got it home, counted it. There's only 175, but I'm still happy with the deal.
Yeah, I mean, still, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Not,
28 cents a piece.
Mm-hmm. That's the king of reselling right there. When you can
King
do
of
it.
reselling. That is my new name. I'm the king of reselling.
Robin, king of reselling.
Robin, I'm not even the king of this podcast anymore.
Oh,
Caleb has officially took over the podcast, guys.
Put my crown on here.
So
it sounds like eBay has come to life.
That's where I was headed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that was where I was headed. See, we're starting to think alike, which could be scary for you.
Scaring me a little bit.
Before we talk about that, do you want to talk about the sale of the week, because it's kind of the same topic?
Yeah, let's do that. Sale of the week.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and go first.
Okay.
This is a Bailey find. She found this at a local thrift store about, probably a year and a half ago. She pulls out this Reba McEntire CD and she says, "Hey, Dad, this one's sealed. You may want to look it up." It was a Christmas CD. So it's Reba McEntire's Christmas collection. And like I said, it was sealed and it sold for like $33.
For a CD.
And it was, 50 cents maybe. Yeah, and I don't do a lot of, if I find them sealed, I might look them up if they're obscure looking. And same with VHS, if they're sealed, of course.
That's one of them that I wouldn't think was.
Not obscure.
Because, it's Reba McEntire.
Yeah.
But being Christmas.
But there's not a lot of them out there. That was the issue. So it was almost like name your price, because there was like 2 on eBay.
Yeah.
So I just sit on it and sit on it and sit on it. And it finally sold, and it sold for full price. I mean, I might have dropped it like $2 or $3 over the course of a year. It didn't drop much.
Did it ever get uncomfortable? Did it ever get uncomfortable?
I think I missed the reference totally.
I don't know. You said you was sitting on it. I was just wondering if it ever got. Oh,
I did miss that. Totally missed it. I was sitting here trying to think of a Reba song that had something to do with being totally uncomfortable, and I'm like,
I don't know, a jewel case CD. It just sounds uncomfortable after so long.
Wouldn't be the best thing to sit on.
Can that be my dad joke?
Why, yeah, if you want it to be. Yeah. If you brought that up, I'll go ahead and give you mine, and then we'll see who wins this week.
Well, okay, we totally forgot about the eBay part, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so did you hear about the red and blue ships that collided?
No.
Yeah, all the sailors were marooned.
Speaking of which, what did the ocean say to the beach?
Give me a second.
I think
I'll see you later.
No, it didn't say nothing. It just waved.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I think I beat you still, but that's good.
I don't think so. Number one, you're sitting on a Reba CD, so that ought to count. Art. Is that a word?
Orta.
That should count for all the northern listeners.
Yeah, I reckon.
So, do you want to hear my eBay sale of the week?
I do.
Department 56 Black Cat Diner Halloween gift set.
Oh, man. I know this is good.
It sold. It was new in the box. The box did have damage a little bit, not bad. A couple of places on the lid. But yeah, brand new. I picked it up during the Highway 127 sale for $5.
Oh my gosh.
$5. I didn't even look at it. When she said $5, I just grabbed. I felt, the weight in the box. I was like, it's got something in it. I don't know if it's complete, but it's got something in it. Brought it home, opened it up. It's brand new, never been out of the package.
Wow.
It's still wrapped in plastic.
Wow.
I did end up taking the best offer on it because, I was like, Halloween's getting a little closer. I don't want to sit on it I don't want to sit on it like you did that Reba case.
Yeah. That would be even more uncomfortable.
It was big. It was a big box. I mean, it filled up
that could act as a child booster seat for you, though.
Yes. I'm actually sitting in one now.
How are you?
$149.99.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be. I knew that was going to be nice.
$204.49 because it went to like California.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a big boy. So yes, eBay sales. Now my day has been slow today, but today is kind of like the worst that it's been in a while. But
mine
they've been back.
slowed down today, but I had a booming weekend, like $850 or something.
I didn't do that good.
The faucet just come right back to where it was.
Yeah.
And Monday was, I want to say, like,
you talking about yesterday, Monday for us?
Yes, yesterday for us.
I done 123 yesterday.
I did 187.
Okay,
but I broke 200 every day on the weekend and 300 on Friday, and then almost 200 yesterday, and I'm sitting at 150 today. So I'm very happy with where it's come back to so far.
I'm happy for sure too.
But part of that, I did change a little bit of my strategy on listing, because at this time of year, I'm starting to try to build up my inventory with good, better inventory, quality listings, and increase my listings coming up for the fourth quarter. So I went from 5 a day, 7 days a week, and I went to 10 a day, 6 days a week. I'm going to quit on Sunday because I just forget so much on Sunday, because Sunday's just, I don't have time to come up here. I don't really do it from the house. I'm not one of those phone listers. Never have been. So I'm just going to quit listing on Sunday, just pretty much take Sunday off, and just list 10 a day, 6 days a week. So I'm going from 35 a week to 60 a week.
Yeah.
So my impressions have steadily climbed, probably like 20%. So that's helped. But I mean, there for probably 10-day stretch, it was dead as a doornail, man. I mean, totally $20 a day, $30 a day.
Mine has been solid, not great. I've had a few great days. I've had probably about half of them's been really good. But since August 17th, mine's been, I'm not complaining.
I can't remember my last
today's the 29th for
our listeners. Mine didn't come back till, I done okay on the 23rd and the 21st. I had another bad day on the 24th, $50. But then after
that's the difference, because the 24th out of that stretch since the 17th was my best day. I sold 309 that day.
See, that was my worst. And then the day after that, I sold 312.
Which I think that was the day the Department 56 Village went out. So that was a lot of it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I think that was, I'm not, it about had to be. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to not have to complain about eBay.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if eBay would just stay like it has been since August 17th, I'm good.
Leave it alone. Don't update it ever again.
Don't touch the button that says update.
Don't ever do it.
I don't know if it has anything to do with it or not. I just know it's been up and down struggle over the last year.
I am a 100% believer that it does have something to do with it. It's just too much of a coincidence to be a coincidence.
Right.
Because it seems like every time they update it, especially the summer, spring, fall, winter updates, those things kill it for, seems like a week, a few days anyway. It just too much correlation and all that for it not to be something.
Now you was talking about you've changed some of your habits, your listing habits. Now, when you go to, you're dropping 10 a day, correct?
10 a day at 6 days a week. Yep.
Now, when you go to drop those 10, are you dropping those out of a draft bank?
I am.
Okay. Now, and I'm doing the same. Now, when you drop those 10 out of a draft bank, are you scheduling those out, or are you dropping them all at once?
I just drop them all at once. Yeah. I've never done the schedule. I have thought about it since they made it free, but I've just not done it yet.
You should do that on Sundays.
I thought about it doing.
You can schedule it anytime.
Yeah. And part of it is I have to see how much more that's going to increase my workload for now. Because, you go from having to keep your draft bank increased by 35 a week to now I'm going to have to keep it increased by 60. So it does add a little bit of work. That's not a ton of work, but probably a couple hours worth of listing. So I take it in increments, see how it goes. honestly, if I had it my way and what Tanya's talked about, if I could, I'd be dropping 20 a day right now.
Yeah.
But I just can't keep up with that kind of workload at the current moment. But 20 a day, yeah. I mean, it's, as we've said, the more you drop, the more you do, the more you list, you're going to get more business. I'm just trying to get it built up for fourth quarter at this current moment.
Well, my listings are way, way, way down because I have been ending all my listings that end today, every day this month. And I've been sell similar, and then I've been taking all those and putting them in my draft bank. So my draft bank's at 240 right now.
So that's how you keep a big draft bank.
Well, it is right now. I have been listing new items though too. I've been mixing those in too. I mean, I listed 20 today, but my current active listings is down to 753, but I only have about 8 or 9 more days to go because I don't think I started this until August 8th. So I've only got 8 or 9 more days to go before, all those items for the whole month are relisted. So once that day rolls around, then it'll be back to normal, and I'll be dropping more of those drafts every day. And obviously I won't be actively listing every day. So that draft bank will get caught back up and my active listings will increase. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go. I'd like to run it. Honestly, I'd like to run it. We talked about this a little bit last week. I'd like to run my store around 500 items, but I can't. I don't have that good a high sell-through rate on the items I currently have.
Yeah.
But, if it gets up to 1,000, 12, I usually run it around 1,000, but, if it gets up to 12, 13, 1,400, 15 would be tops. I wouldn't want it more than that.
It'd be hard. Well, for you, one-man show would be hard to keep up with much more.
Well, space too. I mean, you got to start considering space too. I mean, I just filled up 2 tubs of CB equipment.
Yep, that's true.
That's going to be there for 10 years, So, I mean, I've got plenty of room to do probably 1,000 to 1,500 items, the right items, smaller items.
Yeah,
but I just don't want more than that in there. I'm looking for sales, not listings, So
yeah, I will agree. I don't want a listing just for the sake of the listing.
Right.
And everything I've currently got, I've been weeding through. I've not listed anything that goes below $14.99 for like 3 months.
Yeah.
If it's below that, I'm lotting it together or I'm separating it for a whatnot, which I've not got anything right now. But yeah, just trying to keep it more of a quality listing than a quantity listing, because you could have 10,000 listings and still sell 10 a day. I'm not interested in that because that costs you money in the long run.
Correct.
I am more interested in having, I'd rather have 500 listings that are all good than 5,000 that are just listings,
We talked about how many we was averaging selling last week, didn't we?
Yep. Yeah. And my average, man, over these last few days, it's back to 10 a day over the last week.
Yeah.
I've been burning the house down on sales, but if they was higher dollar sales, I would have had like a $2,000 or $3,000 weekend if I'd have had some good high dollar. And I've got it in my store. It's just not sold,
I'm still averaging a little over 4 a day. I would like to be 7, 8 a day. I'd like to be 10 a day, but realistically right now,
ideal.
Yeah, realistically right now, I need to be 6 a day, let's say. Yep. I'd like to be getting 2 more a day, but
10 a day at that $30 threshold, you're making full-time money.
Well,
working the job or whatever.
Let's see. If you do 6 a day times 90 days, that's 540 sales in 90 days. If you've only got 1,000 items listed, that's a 50% more than basically 55%, actually 54% exactly. 54% sell-through rate.
Good math, Chris.
That's a really good sell-through rate.
It is.
So to get 540 listings, to get 540 sales in 90 days, I probably would need 1,500 listings because I'm running a 35-40% sell-through rate.
I was at 600 sold. Well, before this decline, I was at 700 sold in 90 days, and I had 1,200 listings. So that's, you know,
So
60 or something.
Maybe I do need to push, because last year at this time, here's the thing. Last year at this time, I was running 1,000 listings, but my 90-day sales was about 550 to 600. I had a 55 to 60% sell-through rate this time last year. I was sitting on all those awesome action figures from that action figure haul, and plus those really good Barbies, and plus those really good die casts. So my sell-through rate was out really, really, really good. So my sell-through rate's not as good right now. So maybe I do need to shoot for, instead of 1,000 listings, 1,500 to get those same 550, 600 sales.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you got to do to get it where you want it, you know. And we all have to play that game. If your inventory is not quite as good as what you want, you have to do what you have to do to make up for that.
So, and if I need 1,500 listings and I'm sitting at, what did I say, 750? I'm halfway there, 753. So I'm halfway there, but I've got 250 in my draft bank. So
I think I got 50 in my draft bank.
So you need.
But I do the end and sell similar, but I just go ahead and redo it right then. I don't store them. I just
I've been
restarted.
I've been storing mine for a couple of reasons, because a lot of it I'm not even 1,000% sure I'm going to relist.
Well, the you got to weigh that out too.
There you go. I've been thinking about doing some of that on Whatnot, but also I have a certain number, dollar amount wise, I want to list every day. And sometimes those ending don't add up to that dollar amount or that dollar average. So I put them in my draft bank and I can mix and match what I drop.
See, I don't even count. If I end and sell similar, I don't count that money on like a momentum board. I just, because it was already there. So in my, and I'm not sure which argument's right, but in my mind, it's already there.
The only reason I'm doing it's because this is the first time I've done it in 2 years.
Right. I get why you're doing it.
So my numbers, my momentum board is all screwed up because I'm dropping huge amounts of dollars every day compared to what I normally do. So this month's just a wash. I'm not even paying attention to that really. But putting it in my draft bank, I can kind of mix and match those numbers to get that average I'm looking for.
I got you. So,
I mean, that's why I'm doing it. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody but me, but, you know.
I mean, you got to run your store the way you're going to run your store.
Wait, you mean there's more than one way to do reselling?
I've heard that before.
Man, if you listen to YouTube, if you listen to certain people, they'll tell you their way's the only way.
Okay. Your way is the only way. No.
Not me. I don't say that. I think there's a million different ways to do this.
I do too. You just got to do what works for you. And the bottom line, you got to do what works for you.
I think the one thing I would argue that you should definitely do is order free priority boxes.
I knew it. I knew that was coming.
Oh, so
wow.
eBay's back to life. Is that what we're talking about in this video?
Right there, yeah. That right there is a totally new argument with UPS Ground Advantage. It is a totally different argument.
It's not. It's really not.
I don't see where
that changes anything.
You know how many priority packages I sent this week compared to Ground Advantage? Ground Advantage has took away at least 60% of my priority packaging.
Okay, let's talk about this a minute. When you list an item,
I shouldn't have even said that.
No. Serious question. If you list an item that weighs more than a pound, which eliminates old first class, we think of as first class.
Yes, sir.
When you list an item that's more than a pound, it's got really basically two options: priority or Ground Advantage. Unless it's big, then UPS and all that. I'm not talking about that. 1 pound to 4 pounds, Are you putting Ground Advantage as your first stop? You're not putting any option, are you? You're putting economy shipping, and then you're selecting as the seller what's the cheapest.
And I'll tell you this right now. I have never tried anything different, but, well, I lied. I have. I used to put in first class and I used to put in priority and give an option for UPS or whatever. But I can tell you the time that I changed to just doing economy and doing whatever I want to do, it has changed zero in my sales. Zero. Yeah. So to me, this is why I do it. And people may say that's stupid, but this is why I do it.
Just for context too, you do, for our viewers, you do use free shipping.
Free shipping. So the reason I do economy shipping, I have a business policy set up that says economy shipping, that says free shipping. It says all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm listing, I don't have to do anything in my shipping section. It is preset to economy shipping, to free shipping, to free returns, to pay now immediately, all that stuff. I skip that.
Yeah.
I don't even have to pay attention to it. And that works for me. Now, somebody out in Arizona may be saying, man, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It may be stupid for somebody out in Arizona or somebody out in California or up in New York.
How about somebody that lives 10 minutes from you?
I don't know. In all seriousness, you have to make this business your own.
Oh, I agree.
And I'm not going to lie. Sometimes free shipping, I know enough, and you have to be educated. If you're going to do free shipping, you need to educate yourself on what you're selling.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The weight you're selling, because you know if it's going to be what used to be first class, what is ground advantage. You know if it's going to be UPS. You know if it's going to be priority. You have to teach yourself some of that stuff, because if you go into that blind and you say, well, I'll just do priority mail on this 20-pound item. No, you won't.
Well,
not and make money.
Do you assume everything's going to California?
No, I price it. Well, kind of in the middle. If I research an item and it's selling for $30, and then I check the shipping comps, okay, those shipping comps are somewhere in the $10 to $12 range, say. I will price my item kind of in that range, like, okay, 30 plus 10 to 12, I'll go like $40. Now, does that hurt? It has hurt me a few times. But with ground advantage, it has changed the game on California and Arizona and Oregon. I've had several packages in the last few weeks that was going to California. Priority mail would have been $20, $25. UPS would have been, $17. Ground advantage swoops in for like $14.
Mm-hmm.
So it's taking business from UPS and saving $2, $3. When I said it's changing the game in California, it has made it affordable, if that's a good word to use, more affordable. It's made it more of a feasible way to do it. Because, California used to be a killer. Like what you're doing with calculated, man, them people out there paying stupid amount of money to get something.
Yeah.
That's something I never understood about calculated. It may only cost you $10 to ship it, but it'll charge them like $15. So I don't.
Well, because it's the rate you get
through eBay. Yeah, and you get
it's what it's charging them, and then you're getting the discount. I can choose to pass that on.
Yeah,
but I don't But now here. Oh man, I don't want to get into this because
shipping supplies and all that.
Well, but I do it a lot different than a lot of people, and I don't recommend this. I do it this way because I've done it for so long. But like let's say one of these Stampin' Up sets. This Stampin' Up set weighs about 5 ounces, so that's an 8 ounce rate. Mm-hmm. But when I list that, I put 4 ounces on it. Mm-hmm. So it's going to charge the customer 4 ounces. Right. Then when I go to ship it, I, of course, put 8 ounces to ship it. So it kind of splits the difference between me and the customer. I don't do all items that way, but a lot of old first class stuff, I'll do that way. I'll always go to the rate below. Some priority, I'll do it. If it's something that weighs like 3 or 4 pounds, sometimes I'll just put 2 pounds on it. Mm-hmm. And then when I ship it, it evens up, which is kind of like not calculated shipping, but flat rate shipping, kind of, but in a twisted way. But I do it that way. I do it that way because if you do flat rate, it's going to charge the customer in Kentucky, which we're in Tennessee. It's going to charge the customer in Kentucky the same as California. But if I do it the way I'm doing it, it's going to be a different rate for California as opposed to Kentucky. So
I did flat rate for a long time.
Yeah.
Flat rate is a trick too, though. I mean, because
it's all the trick.
If you don't put in enough to cover California, I think, like you just said, if somebody in Cookeville buys this, 10-pound item and they paid $30 shipping, well, it only cost me like $10 to ship it. So it's really not fair. No. And you don't want to go through refunding every single order and shipping discount,
Doing it the way I do it, I still probably 95% of the time make a little bit on the shipping.
Right.
Every now and then I'll lose a little, but I'm not making as much. If I put 8 ounces when I listed this Stampin' Up set on it, it's going to charge them a lot more than when I put the 4 ounces on it. Now, when I do print the label, obviously I put the right weight on it.
Right. Oh yeah.
But it's kind of splitting the difference. And I've been doing it that way for years. And I don't really recommend doing it that way because if you're not careful, you'll get burnt. But
big time.
But I think that's the one thing I think most everybody would agree on in the reselling community. Shipping's the hardest thing to learn when you first get started.
You got to learn it. You
got to learn shipping.
This is where I would recommend Googling or YouTubing.
Yeah.
Just look up. Much as I hate to say this, look up somebody like Commonwealth Picker. Old School Picker.
No,
anybody.
No, actually don't, because I wouldn't recommend doing it the way I do it. I would not recommend new people doing it. I wouldn't recommend free shipping, and I wouldn't recommend.
I definitely wouldn't recommend free shipping.
If you're brand new reselling, I would recommend calculated and putting the actual weight after you package the item.
Yeah, only way I do free shipping for a new person is if I could teach them. Yes. I helped my brother-in-law learn it, the free shipping method, and kind of showed him what I did. But I wouldn't have said, do free shipping and then just figure it out, because you got to, just like what you're doing, you got to do your homework, and flat rate too. Flat rate's the easiest. You just throw a number on it that you're willing to set, but it's still.
I just think you
burn.
I hear people all the time with the what'd you call it? Oh, the flat rate. Yeah, flat rate. My mind went blank. Sorry. Flat rate. I hear people making the argument all the time. Flat rate. If something's going to cost you $8, or let's say $10 to California and $7 to the state beside you, put $8 on it.
Yeah.
Well, my argument is, you're getting more California people.
You are.
But you're overcharging the state next to you.
You are.
So I don't think that's the right way either.
And I used to get a bunch of California, and I got a bunch of Alaska and a bunch of Hawaii.
Yep.
And, you can do all that, but you just got to know what you're doing.
I like the way I do it, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's hard to learn. I mean, you just got to kind of know.
Well, eBay is not something that people just ought to jump into and do. They need to, if you're going to do it, watch a few things and learn.
Watch
Give yourself a couple. Yeah, listen to me. I'm the one to learn.
You're getting ready to start doing videos once tomorrow's video on Old School Picker comes out and you get over 100 subs.
Who forgot that I said 1 week?
Last week we both agreed no time limit.
No.
Yes, we did. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. That's fine, because we said if we got over 700 subs by the end of whatever, we'd do a live. So I think we just need to kick that out and say we got over 700 subs.
Well, the problem with that was it was the end of August, or excuse me, the end of July.
Well, the problem with this is it was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
But we agreed last week that once you got over 100 subs, you was going to put out a video. So I'm thinking for the first video, you're going to explain shipping for new eBay sellers.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
That sounds like an easy video.
That sounds like a great way to run off potential subscribers.
Yeah, well, the next week you will have less than 100 subs.
That's exactly right.
So you won't have to make
22.
any. So you can quit once you get under 100 subs.
Caleb made one and he went bye-bye.
So you have to make such bad content that you lose subs.
You know, that's possible. That is possible.
Well, I mean, I do it every week. So
You do it every day, every week, every day. Yeah. So
but, yeah,
I hit a milestone. I'm going to tell this, and then we're going to have to wrap this thing up. But anyway, I hit 500 followers on eBay store. So
where do you find that? I don't even remember.
You just go to your eBay store. Like to find mine, it would be.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. I've got
eBay. How many you got?
You're not far behind me, which is crazy, being that you don't have a social media presence. 500's a lot.
That's just trying to do good.
Yes,
on eBay.
So I'm not trying to do good, apparently.
No.
I have 947.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a whole lot more than you, being that I have 7,000 subscribers on YouTube.
And I'll be the first to tell you, I am very thankful for those 500 because our full-time presence on eBay is like 3 years.
Yeah.
Now, I done eBay for
that's another thing. This account I'm on's 21 year old.
Well, mine is 7 years old because I messed up my other one and got it. I just started.
Got kicked off on eBay.
Kicked off. I just didn't want to fool with it. But this one is like 7 years old. And when me and Tanya started getting serious, I had like 8 followers. So in 3 years, I've picked up 492 followers.
Well, I mean, you got 27 kids, so
27 kids. They all started following it,
and it kind of took off.
It took off.
Do you think it means anything on YouTube? On eBay?
I do think it helps. And this is why I think it helps. I mean, I don't think it hurts anything. I don't think it's like, boom, it just blows you up or nothing. But what I'll do, and I don't know if you've ever done this, but you can go in and do buyer groups on eBay, and it will have like store followers. It will have like new buyers. It'll have
never heard of it.
Go check out under promotions. It's buyer groups, and it will categorize people that have bought from you over the last year, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do like a category of like people that bought video games, and there might be like 300 customers. You can do a coupon sale and send it just to them people as a loyalty coupon. And I've done that a few times and got some sales that way. So the store follower, you can send out a loyalty coupon to just store followers, to just those 500 people, and say, hey, thank you for being loyal, whatever, yada, yada. Here's 10, 15, 20, whatever you want to send them. One-time code, use it as many times as you want to, whatever. There's all kinds of options. You can give them a loyalty. You can send that out to them. They can use it in your store.
How many repeat buyers do you have? I've never looked at this.
Last time I looked, it was around 50.
I got 66. Shout out all my viewers.
I'm not sure what it is, like a 3 month or a year or whatever.
It's a year. Yeah.
Is it a year? Mm-hmm. I had like 50, but now that's really good considering the buyer sales I've had have been like Gigi's Collectibles, and Kathy bought something. And
shout out Mary.
Yep.
Shout out Kathy.
She's awesome. And Nikki Flippy come in and bought something, and there's been 3 or 4, but it's not like I'm not doing what sold videos or flipping videos, so people ain't coming in, buying from my store.
Maybe I need to quit.
Doing what?
YouTube. maybe my YouTube channel's hurting me.
Well, I will tell you one thing that I agree that Kevin Commonwealth Picker said one time. I agree with this statement. He said, yeah, that one uncool Kevin.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. He said there are resellers out there that don't have a YouTube presence that are killing it on eBay, that are doing more than people with YouTube presence. And he's right. And the reason is it's just good quality sales, items for sale, good customer service. I mean, it's just the whole package. Do you pack your item good, or do you pack it like an Amazon box?
Well, let me tell you another reason. Because they're not spending 3 hours a day editing video.
That's true. You can do more work. That is true.
Yeah.
Not going to disagree with that.
So since I'm a YouTuber, I have poor packing skills.
You do?
Poor listing skills. That's what you're saying.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, Kevin said that. You're saying Kevin said that. Okay.
I'm just saying Kevin said that there are non-YouTubers that are just as good at
eBay. Kevin has a team that does all his eBay.
He does. So that helps a lot. A whole lot. All right. We're going to do comment of the week because you're going to talk for
You've been waiting on this the whole episode.
Oh, yeah, I want to. Oh, man.
I done clicked off mine. I don't even remember what mine was.
You don't have to say yours. I'll just say mine.
Go ahead. I don't know what yours is. I don't really like it.
I don't care if you say yours or not, honestly.
I don't like it.
Okay. So our shout out last week was Becky and Brandon, 540 Flips. That's 540 spelled out, not 54, but 540 Alpha, 540.
Skateboarder.
Yep. He is not a skateboarder. But anyway, this is what he said. Chris. And he quotes Chris saying, I play volleyball on Monday nights, end quotes. Then he says, I have to ask, are these volleyball matches held on tennis courts so the net's not too high? Question mark. Then he said, thanks for the shout out. Really appreciate it. Chris is gone. Really appreciate it. And God willing, we are still here above ground. We will definitely be at the 2024 Picking the Plateau. Was awesome. And reselling has been more fun than expected. Obviously, you guys know lots of time and effort that it requires, but it's an absolute blast going to sales and trying to find treasures. Then you get the bonus excitement of the sales and paying the bills. Also, Caleb, you were correct. It's Brandon and Becky. Chris, kind words on the video. I got a lot of work to do in that department, but I'm trying to get better at managing time and getting footage out of the sales that is entertaining for folks. I enjoy doing the what solds because I think it shows the people more important information of what really selling on eBay and for how much. Anyone can go out and buy anything.
I just muted him, guys. That's enough of that comment. Enough of that comment.
No. And for those that didn't hear, are they played on volleyball or tennis courts? Because Chris has a hard time spiking.
Yes, I play volleyball on tennis courts, guys.
Maybe I should read that comment again. Let's see. He said,
yes, it's true. I play volleyball on a tennis court.
I'm sorry, friend. I just had to.
So
I didn't actually say it. I just read what Brandon said. He threw in a couple of JKs in there. I didn't mention that part.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was a great comment.
That was great.
I love it. I think he wins dad joke, by the way.
No, dad jokes are like too unbelievable to be true. This is actually believable.
This is more in the realm.
No, I don't play volleyball on a tennis court, although
it's a badminton.
I do like the thoughts of that.
It's a badminton net, that's what it is.
Yeah. Shorter. No, we play at our church, and I'm actually the yoga guy there. One of the yoga guys. There's a couple more that's my age or older, but it's usually a bunch of kids. And when I say kids, teenagers, 20 years old.
I was thinking there for a minute, like, 6 and 7 year olds.
Man, I spike all over those 6-year-olds. No, we have I think a 13 and up limit, but most everybody's 15 to 25.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's me and
competitive, huh?
Me and 2 other older guys show up. I'm competitive. I like to set people up. I not only am I short, but I can't jump because I'm 40 pounds overweight. And plus I'm old, so I can't jump no more, but I can set people up and I can serve pretty good.
I can't play volleyball. I never could.
I love volleyball because you don't have to be super athletic or super young to stay competitive. I mean, you
just have to be somewhat mobile, and I am not that anymore.
Well, and quick reflexes help.
Yeah, I do have
my
that.
reflexes are still pretty quick.
My reflexes are still okay, but my mobility is not what it used to
Are you
be.
like Batman?
No, not in that area.
You said it. I don't know.
I'm more like the Batman that sits behind the computer and figures out all that stuff.
I'm convinced I'm more like the Penguin. Danny DeVito.
I'm beginning to think you're more like Two-Face the way you treat me.
Oh, I treat you good. You have to see how I treat people I don't like.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, if I didn't aggravate you, I wouldn't like you. That's kind of always what I've lived by.
I have heard that my whole life.
So I like you a lot.
Well, gee, thanks.
All right, episode 20 in the books.
20.
Is my contract up yet?
XX20. I guess. Are you quitting?
After many more comments like that, man. Geez.
Oh, wow.
I knew as soon as I read that comment last week, I was like, well, I know what Caleb's comment of the week is.
Yeah, as soon as I seen it, I read it to Tanya. I'm like, that is my comment right there.
Yeah. She didn't laugh, did she?
She laughed. She did very much. She understands, though. She's got that short girl disease, you know.
Yeah, but she's a girl.
She's like 5 foot nothing or something.
Yeah, well, girls are supposed to be 5 foot nothing.
Yeah, she is.
I had to marry one that was 5 foot nothing just so I could be taller than her.
Well, I did not have that problem. When we got married, I was 6'6". Believe it or not, over time with my back and everything, I'm down to 6'3". I really am. I measured myself one time, and I'm like,
if I have that same problem, it's going to be bad.
You'll hit the 3 foot range, and you know.
All right, episode 20 is in the books. I got to get out here because Caleb is roasting me. It has become the Two Old Guys celebrity roast. Apparently, can we have one of those? Can our next guest and just come in here and say it, and we mute them the whole time, and us just roast them
about them, just talk and roast them the whole time.
Kevin,
only if it's Kevin. Only if it's Kevin or Dave. Yeah.
Yes.
They'll be just sitting over there going, and we're just tearing them down the whole time.
Ripping on them.
All
right. This has been episode 20 of Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. We appreciate you joining us. Remember, guys, if you have not already, we need you to subscribe to us on YouTube so we can make $5 per episode. We sure would appreciate it. And I ain't kidding. Thank you guys for joining us. Two Old Guys out.